It's Pog or Dog, boys. Pog or Dog. Here we go. The first WoW Dragonflight Alpha build added many trinkets from the first raid, Vault of the Incarnates. Check out their procs from data mining. Agi, equip. Your crits have a chance to build static electricity, granting 2% attack speed per stack. Okay. At 10 stacks, lightning surges through you, increasing your movement speed by 30% for 12 seconds. While surging, your auto attacks jolt your target and one nearby enemy for... This is Pog. This just is Pog. That's fucking great. If that's tuned well, that is the like exact definition of a cool trinket. That's a Pog trinket for sure. That's insane. Something tells me this would be like potentially really insane in PvP too. Maybe just because of the movement speed. Maybe I'm stupid though. Decoration of Flame, Agi Strength. On use. Stomp the ground, commanding flames to radiate outward from your position, dealing medium fire damage to enemies struck, and granting you a medium shield for 6 seconds. After the delay, the flames return, dealing the same damage and refreshing the shield. So it seems like a tank trinket. And then damage and absorption are increased for each enemy struck up to 5 enemies on a 2-minute cooldown. Scarzard in the chat, who almost certainly designed these trinkets, says, "Damn, I heard these trinkets were all very cool." It's okay, chat. We know that he's here. We know that he's here, but we still have to be objective, chat. Do not change your answer, Pog or Dog. Hi, Ella. I know you're a dog too. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a really good trinket. That's Pog. They're both Pog so far. Okay, Storm Eater's Boon. Agi Strength. Use means accept the storm, becoming a primal air elemental and immobilizing yourself for X seconds. Ooh, already looking maybe dog. Let's wait. You have to accept the storm though. That's Giga Chad. This might be dog. While in this form, your melee attacks and abilities gain range and have a very high chance to summon wind bursts at your target's location, dealing low nature damage around them. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay, the immobilized thing is what's making me not get it. Oh, immobilized just means you can't move. I'm so stupid. So, like, you accept the storm, Giga Chad, and then you become a primal air elemental. You cannot move around, but then all of your abilities can attack from range even if things move away from you, and they have a very high chance to summon wind burst at your target's location, dealing nature damage around that person. That's Pog. That actually is Pog. That's cool. Like, we were complaining about storming, so they just made you storming. Kinda, but not really. It's definitely interesting, right? The only issue with this is it's gonna feel really weird to play this. Do you want to show them your swan, Ella? Okay. She just showed it to you, but she kind of ran away. Oh, here she is. You want to show them your swan? They see it. Look at her. This is her swan. It's her favorite. Oh wait, it's a unicorn. That's not a swan. Wait, why isn't it a swan? Here you go, baby. Here you go. Never. That wasn't a swan. It is definitely a unicorn, but that's okay. Yeah, could be both. You know, could be a mixed breed. Hey, Lily, can I please continue? Okay, I'll pet her so she doesn't like start howling. All right, so far 3 for 3 on Pog, 3 for 3 on Pog. Now the only thing with Storm Eater's Boon is it's gonna have to be it's definitely going to have to be a nice payoff. Like, this is going to have to do, like, pretty real damage to make up for the fact that you are probably a melee going to be making yourself immobile. Also, Cancel Aura will work. It's also a 3-minute cooldown, which means even more so it has to be really powerful. And we just went through a bunch of trinkets in this last expansion that had, like, really high main stat and then things outside of it. All Totem of the Master. Enter a elemental stance. Successfully dodging or parrying a attack has a chance to unleash a powerful elemental counterattack to enemies in front of you as you assume the next stance. So this is like a... So this is just a tank trinket. And the equip means you're in an elemental stance at all times. And successfully dodging or parrying unleashes powerful elemental damage to all enemies in front of you. That's... Dude, you guys are saying dog? How is this possibly dog? That's it. This is only Pog. That's sick as fuck. You're just gonna be owning. Yeah, that's good. Okay. These are actually pretty solid. Are these all from the raid? I think they are. 398. Yeah. Okay. Lily. No. Manic Grief Torch. What a name. Channel for 2 seconds, unleashing a furious volley of flame around your target, dealing, in brackets, a lot fire damage. Whenever a allied player dies, this cooldown is reduced by 90 seconds. 2-minute cooldown. Well, it says it does a lot of I mean, if... Okay, also... So, it is a 2-minute CD, and it's an on-use channel, so it definitely has to bang. I will say, though, one of the issues with people as far... The only... Okay, so this looks Pog chat, but it might be a little dog, and my only argument is, I think Convoke looks cool as fuck. It is powerful, but when we talk to druids, they were really annoyed that the entire expansion, they just have something that makes them channel for that long. Even... It's a 4-second channel, though, but... I feel like channeling... Making someone channel things, especially a class where it doesn't fit into their thing, can kind of feel bad. What someone in chat said you could move while you cast it, by the way. Oh, Convoke? Ella, I see it. I see it. She's trying to give it to me. Do you see? Okay, I have it. You can have it back. Can you take it? There you go. No, I don't want... Okay, you want me to throw it? Here. Go on. Here we go. Manic Grief Torch. Okay, so I think this is... I think this is good only if it actually does... I mean, the fact that Skarzard put in brackets a lot, we're going to have to hold him to that, chat. I'm going to be so upset if Manic Grief Torch comes out and then we open up this dungeon journal and it's like some of these raid trinkets that do like under 1k total damage on use every 2 minutes or something. So we're going to hold him to that, chat. We're going to hold him to that. Rumbling Ruby. We are halfway through. Strength only. So only true alpha melee. Peoples whose skulls are built for performance. No beaks. Your attacks slowly build concussive force, granting low attack power per stack. At X stacks, your next 3 melee abilities emit a shockwave in front of you, dealing bonus nature damage to all enemies in a line. Shockwaves deal more damage to enemies at high health. Your attacks slowly build concussive force, and it's going to just slowly grant you attack power per stack. And then when you reach a certain amount of stacks, your next melees put out not massive, but like they put out AoE in front of you in a shockwave thing. It's just going to depend on the timing and how often it happens, but it's a cool idea. That's Pog, not dog. That isn't dog. Dude, who is spamming dogs? That's not it. I mean, okay, here, I have it. There you go. You can take it. You don't want it? I'm going to, okay. I think she wants my attention. Okay, okay. Okay, yep. Sorry, my dogs are very needy right now. Can I stream, though? Okay, I'm just gonna sit up. I think when I'm laying back, they see an opportunity to like stand over me, and they're like, "Okay, it's playtime." Okay, there, they already dipped. I do have control of my own stream. It's like that. It's like that meme where it's like the guy looking into the mirror and pointing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait, someone in chat said your dogs are responding to you when you say dog. Oh, is that what it is? When I'm saying pog or dog, when they hear dog, they come over. I do refer to them as dogs a lot. I mean, it's their dogs, so. Okay. Yeah, trinket inflicts... Actually, no, I know what I did was wrong, chat. I'm sorry. I skipped a trinket. Inflicting 0 frost damage to an enemy, that's not a lot. Use, if your mana is above 65%, toss the chill globe at your target, inflicting 65 frost damage. If your mana is below 65%, drink from the chill globe to restore mana instantly. Okay, so obviously ignoring numbers because it says 0 frost damage at the beginning, which means like something's clearly wrong. If the trinket design is, if you're high mana, this trinket as a healer does damage for you, and if your mana is low, it's helping you regain mana on a 1-minute CD. I don't know if that's necessarily bad for healer design if the numbers are correct. Here it is. Skarzard says the equip on Chill Globe is broken. Okay, so the first thing that it says. And then it's just a low CD on use that flips based on your mana. Okay, so I think if it has good numbers, I would say Pog. The only thing that's making me think kind of dog is that I'm just thinking of like historical healer trinkets. I can't remember the last healer trinket that was designed for mana recovery was actually tuned to be even remotely good enough. And then also Skarzard says it does work for arcane. Yeah, so it's a healer and arcane trinket. Or I guess it could actually, that's not necessarily true. It's also just a straight up caster trinket too, right? Because I mean, if you're a caster at above 65% mana, or maybe, right, I mean, it's just always going to do damage, right? So it would just, the mana element is irrelevant. It works for both healers and DPS. Interesting. All right, Broodkeeper's Promise. You guys are saying Legion had good mana trinkets? Yeah, okay, you're right. But Legion was also 6 years ago. Also, someone said Eye of Gruul. Yeah, what Mavie said. Bro, it's not 2007. Yeah. No, I mean, like, recently. There hasn't been... I don't even know if there's been one in, like, 2 years. 2 or 3 years. So, it's been a long time. So, interesting to watch. I think... Okay, I don't... There need... Because it's only Pog and Dog, I think it classifies as Pog, but I definitely think that these were, like... The chat was Pog and insane. People needed to be convinced on Conjured Chill Globe. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure as soon as I started saying inflicts 0 frost damage to an enemy, even though that's not even part of the trinket at all, it's just on there because it just got implemented, people were instantly saying dog. Which it's, they were just like 0 dog. Okay, Broodkeeper's Promise. Designate another player to bond with, becoming their guardian for 60 minutes. While bonded, you and your ally gain a medium amount of versatility and restore a medium amount of health per second. If you are within 15 yards of one another, these bonuses are increased. Is this like the Kyrian? Is this the Druid Kyrian thing? Well, who's actually going to use this, though? If you gain a medium amount of versatility, so it's basically a int verse stat stick. Maybe melee healers and bonded on a tank. Mythic plus healers. It would have to be enough DPS for like healers to use it on a... Or I guess 2 DPS if they like verse, but it's int and no caster DPS likes verse besides Ellie. I don't know, chat. It's up to you. Pog or dog. I'm torn. I think it's definitely like lower quality than the ones above it. But I don't think it's bad. See, I'm seeing about half Pogs, half dogs. Okay. Ella, I know. This is also her new Nerf gun toy. Oh, is the squeaker already broken? You killed the squeaker. There you go. Oh, she came over because I was saying dog. That's actually interesting. Okay, a couple more. Diamond Death Snare. Int Trinkets now. Equip. Casting spells. Spins Crystalline Silk, granting low mastery per stack. At X stacks, your next single target spell deals a high bonus frost damage, encasing them and enemies within 10 yards in a web for X seconds. While the web persists, a portion of the damage you deal is shared across all enemies in the web. Wait a second. Okay. Wait, are they going to be like CC'd in the web? Or are they going to be like just have a web on them and it's only for the purpose of making damage? Because if it actually CCs them in the web, like that's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just links them. I think it's like basically the web is just like a conduit for you to do damage, and it's like a it's just like a wave, but it's not actually CC. I mean, that's Pog though. I don't even need to hear your all's take. Actually, nope. This is a court of the people. Pog or dog, chat. It seems really cool. It is. It's basically an int mastery stat stick with the frost damage web element to it too. Okay, some of you guys don't even dislike these trinkets. You're just spamming dogs because you like to spam dogs. Like literally everyone just spammed Pog, and this one guy spammed like 14 Franker Z's. Like he doesn't dislike the trinket. He just wanted to post dogs. Oh, Skarzard chimes in. He says currently going to be a small slow on the web. Okay, so it's like thematic that the web is affecting them in some way, but a small slow, like pretty much any slow in this game under like 40% doesn't actually functionally change anything that's happening. So it's basically, if you're doing like a 10 to 20% slow on them, it would just be like a way for the web to interact with the targets other than just being a damage conduit between them, I guess. Makes sense. Because if it was like a 50% slow, then that could be like actually strong enough to where like it would make class utility where classes bring good slows like less important, I guess. All right, moving on. Back to the Trinkies. You got a raid in 15. I got to hear the Pogs or dogs. All right, we have a couple left. Desperate Invocation. Int. Equip. Casting spells grants stacks of hatred. Permanently lowering... Wait. Casting spells... Lillian? Yeah, no. Casting spells grants stacks of hatred. Permanently lowering this trinket's cooldown by permanently lowering this trinket's cooldown by 1 second until combat ends. And then it's a 4-minute on use that lets loose a dangerous current of lightning, dealing big number nature damage to your target and low damage to yourself. Self damage increases with your stacks of hatred. And casting spells... Okay, so casting spells in general is just going to reduce the trinket's cooldown by 1 second forever. So this, at the end of a fight, this is going to be like a 30-second cooldown or some shit. And you can just rip it, and you can, or even lower than that potentially. It's going to have to have a low number. Like it's going to have to cap out at being like 5 seconds so you don't just infinitely spam it. And then you basically are just going to hit it as much as you can without dying. That might be the most Pog trinket on this list. That is very fucking cool. It's like basically an execute trinket that... Oh, dude, I love this. That's actually sick. 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 That is really good. That's the best trinket so far. That's only Pog, 0 dogs. Okay, Spiteful Storm. Equip. Casting and attacking builds stacks of spite. At 5... A Spiteful Stormbolt, don't get mad, chat. A Spiteful Stormbolt arcs towards your current target, dealing low nature damage over 3 seconds. Upon expiration, the bolt returns, increasing the amount of spite needed by 1, and permanently increases Spiteful Stormbolt's damage against them until either of you die. Okay, 1 second. I have to like wrap my brain around this. Okay. Casting and attacking builds stacks of spite. It's just a buff. At 5 stacks of spite, a Stormbolt arcs towards your current target, dealing low nature damage over 3 seconds. So it puts a 3-second dot on them. Upon expiration, the bolt returns after the 3-second dot, increasing the amount of spite needed to do this by 1. So now it only works at 6 stacks instead of 5. And it permanently increases the Stormbolt's damage against them until either of you die. So just... It's like a single target, like Infinite Stars, kind of? It's like Infinite Stars, right? A little bit. Where it's just like single target ramping damage. It's like Ink Pod. It's not really like Ink Pod. It's going to depend on the math though. Because, so just looking at it mathematically, like going from the first hit of this to the second hit goes from requiring 5 to 6. Requiring 6 means that it requires 20% more casting or attacking of anything, right? Which means that the buff needs to do more than 20% on that first jump, or else it's basically just doing the same damage the whole fight, just in a different way, right? It would have to... And then going from 10 to 11 is only a 10% increase. So I'm really interested in seeing how much it goes up every time. The dogs are chewing something? Yeah, it's a dog toy. They're playing tug of war right now. They're playing with the what is that? It's the... Yeah, they're playing tug of war with the Nerf gun. Okay. Sorry, he has a raid soon. All right, Mark of the... Who usually wins? Oh, always Ella. Mark of the Primal Oath. Swear your oath. Are we at like full pogs for this entire list? With maybe Conjured Chill Globe having the most dogs. Mark of the Primal Oath. Swear your oath to... You said it all depends on tuning. Of course it depends on tuning. All we're pogging or dogging about is the design, not the tuning, obviously. Everything will depend on tuning. Swear your oath to the primalists to become marked by frost. Increasing your critical strike by medium amount. Fighting alongside allies who are marked by earth or fire has a chance to grant you half of their mark stats for 12 seconds. So... Wait, what? Is this a swapping trinket? It says Agi, Strength, or Intellect. Where do you... So this one gives you marked by frost. I'm assuming it has a Skarzard. Does it have an on use to swap between the marks based on the stats? And then you just need to fight next to people who have different marks, which gives you different stats? Okay, he made it here. Skarzard said, so this tooltip changes based on roll. Frost equals DPS / crit. Fire equals healer / haste. Earth equals tank / verse. As long as you have one, you can get some of their buffs. So in a whole raid, all you need is one of each of the things, and then they have a chance to give you half of the stats that they are getting. That's Pog. Dude, these are fucking sick. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were there. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, dude. Yeah, no. Yeah, these are fucking sick. These are good. Seems boring design, but good. I don't know how this is boring. I mean, this is like I said, some things are going to be stat sticks. This is just a stat stick. It's just going at it a different way. And it also, remember where we were talking about how like Blizzard is really into like the cooperative people doing things together kind of thing? This kind of feeds into that, but it's a stat stick. It's fine. Also, you could, like, even outside of a raid, which would be much easier to get this, it could, like, maybe make your Mythic Plus group a lot better, where initially you loot one of these, but then eventually your healer and your tank also get it, and now it's a much better trinket because you also, like, verse and haste or something, right? It's an improved Stone Legion General trinket. Yep. All right, so that's the end of that. This is universally Pog. Universally Pog across the board. This is... I mean, if you just put these up against... If you could just... here's what I think about these. If you were to look at the raids in Shadowlands and just go through just like we did and look at all these trinkets and just read them, I think design, and it's really hard to do that right now because you guys are not really thinking about just the design of it. You're all, and me included, because you're just surrounded by it. You're also thinking about the tuning of them. But like, if you just look at design, I'm pretty sure this clears this. It's like way cooler than I think any singular Shadowlands raid. I'm actually pretty sure if you were to look at just raid trinkets and you were to compile the, what if I say, like 11 or 12 trinkets here, if you were to compile the 11 or 12 best raid trinkets in Shadowlands, I don't even know if half of that list is anywhere as good as the average trinket on this list. That's actually really, really good. Max, for the lightning trinket, if you never leave combat in Mythic Plus, you could get the CD down to 1 second.
True, dude.
And then just blast yourself. Just get healed. Dude, it should have no cooldown eventually. You just machine gun it in a macro. And die. Okay, we have a huge tug-of-war match happening right now. Lily is trying to get another grip on it. She has lost her current grip. She's looking for an opening. Ella's not letting her get it. And Lily has retreated to getting pet. No more tug of war. All right.